It's the Cable MTG Show.
Let's get a little Emrakul action. I got a soft spot for that Emrakul. The best at what it does. So this is going to be another Etali deck. Because Etali and Emrakul play very well together. Is there a way to draw the game in the current cube? Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's several. One, for example, is both players have 0 cards in your library, and you play a Wheel of Fortune. Kind of feeling that Malevolent Rumble there. Could put us into a channel lane, or it could like just help us find sneak attack. Snag that Taiga. Fastbot needs a lot of support, and there's some here. There's a Crucible effect right there. I feel a little bit better just getting good mana, though. Is Etali worth flashing in? It depends on your deck. I had a deck with Flash and Etali, Emrakul, and Brainstorm, and I kept on brainstorming to set up the Emrakul hit. That was very much worth flashing in. I'm going to have to get different fucking fiber supplements. That's a bummer. Not the end of the world. I think I'm supposed to Torsten here. I like how Torsten can find the other ones if I am sneak attacking. Commercial District. Chariot's solid. Top's interesting. Where would you go to see cube builds? Cube Cobra. Cube Cobra has tons of different builds. And it also has like a really nice tool for uploading your own cubes too. I've used it several times. They have like featured cubes here. And you can like search for specific sort of cubes. If you want to find something like specifically is like what you're thinking about. Like you want to search for like powered cubes or cubes with certain color combinations. You get the idea. It's a really good one. Really good service. So Nexus is very awkward with Emrakul. Like Annihilating 6 is still Annihilating 6, but hopefully there's a sneak or something coming soon. That's how I feel about it. Let's grab Elvish Mystic over Mind Stone. 1 mana being cheaper than 2. Pretty good. Are my current ones produced in China? You're talking about my fiber gummies? No, but I started keto recently. And they got a bunch of sugar in them. Oh well. I should put this somewhere where I'll remember it. I'll just like roll it in front of my door. Order some different ones online. I liked the gummies because they were tasty and it made me always want to remember it. I feel like I remember less often with like a pill or something. Hell yeah, Warren. Ooh, Bloodbraid. Love a Bloodbraid Challenger. Cool thing about Nature's Lore, search your library for a forest card, put it in the battlefield. Like, that could be a duel. It could be Taiga in Commercial District. It's also put in the battlefield untapped. So you tutor up a Taiga, you can tap it immediately. Yeah, big same mark. Bloodbraid Challenger is this, like, perfect level of, like, powerful and game swinging, but doesn't prevent your opponent from playing Magic. And also just, like, very fun. Well, green's certainly open. I don't know about the rest of what I'm doing here. Very easily always arm. Holy fuck balls. Well, we're gonna grab a Black Lotus over Mox Pearl and Mox Jet. And someone's gonna get a third pick Mox and shit their pants, I guess. That means Nadu's going like at least fourth. Maybe later. Sometimes Nadu goes late though, just because of the Color combination and impact 2 and 3. There's a Guide of Souls there too. Someone's getting a stupid late Guide of Souls. Oh, hell yeah, Coles Inc. Coles Inc. says that ever since I streamed Once Upon a Time on Friday, their MMR has been steadily climbing. Just the basics I covered included a lot they hadn't noticed as they were playing the game blind. Yeah, there's some stuff that's like less intuitive for sure. I'm glad my commentary was helpful. Yeah, Bombardiers is a little too good to pass here, I think. Nothing else particularly exciting in our colors. So if we had sneak attack stuff, then Grizzlebrand would be interesting, but currently we don't. I'm gonna grab Palantir, because Palantir flipping Emrakul is funny. So we got a Fetch, we got a Birds of Paradise. There's a Questing Beast there. I think I'm gonna grab this Fetch land. Gearhulk tutors for Lotus. Yeah, if Gearhulk didn't cost white, it'd be a little bit more interesting. If it was like 3 green and a white, then that might interest me. I guess I'll grab Fireball here. Just a little something to hit off Challenger. A little sideboard action. Do I want Lantern or do I want Curator, huh? Well, I guess I'm just grabbing Woodland. Could do something, we'll see. A little bit light on playables, but you could always run these cards as filler. Yeah, so Sneak Attack through the Breach. The One Ring would be really good here. I think I want this Dragon over Bone Crusher. I'm not very confident about it, though. Okay. Up to 15 playables. That's a little better. Could see Splash and Arwen and Torsten, depending on how the deck turns out here. Well, looks like we're gonna add another color. Flash Emrakul's not very good, but Flash Etali and Torsten are both reasonable. So Brain Surge can set up Etali hits, but it's very expensive, huh? Very expensive for what it does. I think I'm just grabbing Chain Lightning. I kind of like the filtering on Seasoned Pyromancer. Maybe supposed to grab Tracker there. Have one more Draw Engine. It is close, Mark. Yeah, Bombardiers and 4th are both very, very good. I could see a deck where Bombardiers might be better. Usually I'm taking 4th, though. So Headquarters is a fetchable blue source for that Flash. It's interesting. Lumberjack's probably going to wheel back to us. Ooh, Shelduck Isle's interesting, too. Just like another way to cheat out these guys. I do really want that Brainstorm. Metamorph is interesting. Green Sun Zenith looks real bad here. Would you like to pay 1 extra for a Mana Dork? Let's grab Chandra. Could help smooth out mana, right? I guess I want that Breeding Pool. Currently we need 3 more playables. The Orphelos is not bad. Like, we've got like the Yavimaya that makes it just actively good. I need like 3 more cards. I think it's a hard pick. Just throw an Ent in here. The Graveyard Hate card, the sideboard. Alright. So Besiege You is a great card. Like to just swap out a forest or whatever. The issue here is I care about my forest count for Lumberjack. So I'm not really interested in that trade. I might not even want this Shifting Woodland, even though we've got some chonkers to copy. Alright, what's my worst card? Oddity? It could be Arwen. Let's cut Arwen, and let's cut the Razor Ridge Thicket. And then the only way of hardcasting Torsten is off that Spar's Headquarters, or maybe a Black Lotus. But there's fewer things that can go wrong with the mana base. This is 12 green sources. That's very good. Probably end up cutting some of those. For red, we got 1, 2, 3, 8. 8 red. That's pretty good. Where's blue at? 6. 7 blue enough? 7 blue feels like enough. I'll go down to 11 green. Go up to 9 red. I think that's okay. And it does not actually look very good. Borderline a sampler hum. Ooh. Well, we got a second green source and our first blue source there. That's interesting. Nature's Lore looking pretty good there, huh? Didn't hate that. Oh. I was going to channel into Torsten this turn, but I guess we have a better line. Could Emmy, or could Chandra first, I guess, but I'm just going to... Yay. Didn't really see much from the opponent there. Yeah, Brainstorm was sick though, right? Like we would have drawn trash for a bit. Then the Nature's Lure found a Surveillant, got me even closer to the Emrakul. Nice. The Terra Sunder wouldn't have been a crazy board in, so then to answer that Soul Ring. I think just focusing on our plane is fine too. We just saw our plane work pretty well. Indestructible, you say? Well, that's pretty good. Yeah. Green Sun for 3. Kind of smells like Nadu. Whatley hum. For the Chandra uptick, you need to have mana available. So that's why I'm like shocking myself and making sure my colors are covered and stuff. And like you have to decide immediately when this upticks. I just got an island anyway. Oh, you know what I should have done? Oh, they're not sure. They're not sure if I want a millionaire. Well, let me draw it. I almost set it up so that I would like automatically get it. Cube in time. A little bit of cube, AJ. A little bit of cube. One's got a lot of mana up, unfortunately. Just immediately tapping their mana, yeah. Okay. Oh shit, what up? Hey, AJWR, thanks for the sub, thanks for the 31 months. Is Arwen gonna marry Endurance? Fair enough. Oh, interesting that it decided to mill all of a sudden. I guess they gained a little bit of life. Milling on 3 is unintuitive, though, in my opinion. Sure. Why did they only level up Hexdrinker once, huh? What'd you leave up there? Wandering Emperor? Nope. Subtlety. Okay. Fair enough. Kind of running out of time. I feel like this Bloodbraid Challenger is not quite good enough. Yeah, now they snap topped on form. Guess I'll play a fair Uvenwold Oddity. Sort of 11. And then I'm just trading with Hexdrinker. It's not especially exciting, is it? I could put the Oddity into play and then attack with it and flip it. It flips to be 8 power. If the Nexus hits a creature, that, I mean, it could be winning. What does the game look like if we Oddity trade with Hexdrinker, huh? We take 7 here down to 6. It's not amazing, is it? Hell yeah, Daniel Talk time. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'm going to try to win, I guess. They get like a 2 toughness blocker, and they're going to gain 4 life up to 15, and this will be 8. So you almost need to hit it like a 7/7 off of the Nexus loot, which is not super likely, but it is a way to win. I think we're just like falling too far behind otherwise. How can we trade? We would flash in the Oddity, and we would pay the extra 2 mana to keep the Oddity in play, and we'd have a 4/4 blocking a 4/4. Oh, man. If I had waited, would this have been game winning? I think it would have been if I hadn't just like snap flipped. Because I could have done 2 mana to fucking foretell it, and then on the opponent's turn, I could have flipped it for 6 mana and nuked their board. Kind of forgot this card was in the deck. Oh well. I could have always waited and transformed mid-combat too, if it would have turned into a win. No real reason to have done it main phase. Interesting. Oh yeah, Danksaur, my bad. So I'm gonna admit something to y'all. When I kept this hand, my brain was like, okay, well, we don't have a red source, but Lumberjack does sack a forest to make 3 red, so we'll probably be okay. And that was where my thought process started and ended. Some real quality braining, yeah. Yeah, I could have slammed Nexus there, but I was afeared. I was afeared of the open mana. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was cowardly. Would have been a sick Nexus, right? If it lands. They do have Force of Will in their deck too, so even if they don't have a 2 mana counter, they might still have it covered. One nice thing about waiting until we can play the Etali, just like cast the damn Etali, is then if the Nexus gets countered, I won't be off of casting the Etali the next turn. Whereas if you get to 6 mana, you sack your land, they counter your Nexus. Now next turn you don't have Etali mana. You're back on 6 again. Got me. Force of Will, sure. Interesting. Green Sun for 2, Getting a Delighted Halfling. That's not terrifying or anything. Guess I'll grab Oh, I don't know. So the oddity, you could want like double green and then double green to flip. But we have a lot of double red cards here and only 2 red, and we currently have 3 green sources. Yeah, you don't want to flip this one. Yeah. Yeah, they're evaluating getting to 5 mana really high, which, I mean, that Soul Ring scary too. Kind of regret the Cobra attack. Stop! Cut it out. Yeah, we sacked the food. We're at 11, and they have 11 exactly here. Bummer. They were playing pretty fast, though. Well, that's a terrifying start. Well, we could get a Emrakul into play on turn 2. That's got to be game winning, right? Hot diggity. They have an Aether Spellbomb on board, which would normally be an answer to Emrakul, but they do not have a blue mana to go with it. I was joking about flashing an Emrakul with the turn 2 Emrakul comment, but we just kind of got there. So the Terra Thunder is definitely coming in. Let's cut Fireball, I guess. I'm gonna turn 1 Brainstorm here. I wish I had turned 1 Brainstormed off the Breeding Pool. Yeah, if I Brainstorm off the Breeding Pool, I'd have a turn 2 Etali here. Well, I guess we got to turn 2 Etali anyway. I just have not had much to complain about this match. Etali into Bloodbraid Challenger. I suppose I want that. Lotus into Cobra. Keep 2 green floating, play Forest. that doesn't give you double red for Etali. We needed to crack the Black Lotus for red. That game's hard, dang sir. Game is hard. I've certainly had my share of whoopsies here. They're getting rid of my Nexus. Fair enough. Yeah, you just sack the Etali. It's another 9 damage there. Broadside's so fucked up. What in the fuck were those draws? Yeah, that's a valid complaint, Atronite. That was a valid yeah. It was good. We drew well. Thanks for the match. Better luck in the next rounds for sure. I hope that doesn't happen to you all day. In that opener, we obviously didn't have channel in the opener. And I had a flash, and I was joking about how turn 2 Emrakul would be winning. How do you lose with the turn 2 Emrakul? I'm talking about, like, flashing it in. And then the Cascade just hit, and I was like, oh my god. Just had it anyway. These eyes are tripping me out because they're like facing each other. The island of the swamp here. Yeah, the dragon's judging our board state. How many cigarettes do you need to smoke to sound like this? I don't have an exact count, but probably at least like a carton, right? Maybe 5. A little less cool now that they're tapped. They're definitely not like follow you around the room lands. Wait, did I choose to put Bloodbraid Challenger to my hand with Malevolent Rumble? My brain's just catching up with my actions. Probably a good one to bin, Have one more land in hand to set it up. That's potentially exciting. But do you flash in Torsten or Etali? Kind of feeling the Torsten here. Hit those land drops. Hey, good evening, Equality of Ants. I agree, AJ. The music in Sinners is pretty great. Yeah, I really vibed with that music with that movie. I could have used a pacing break at some point. It's like kind of breathless. It kind of just like moves the whole time. I could have used a slow song, like full length or something, but I did enjoy the movie. It is great. I think most people will love it. I enjoyed the humor in the film too. Some like very funny laugh out loud moments. Narset versus Palantir. Not actually very good. Seen a lot of Soul Rings today. We are, but like, we've also played a lot of Black Lotuses, right? Like, can't really complain. Boop, boop, doop, boop, 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 boop. Thrain, I'm getting a Born Horde here. Flashing in Torsten might not be good enough. I might have to hit a Etali. Brainstorm looks good here. Yeah, I don't have it handy though. So with Narset, they don't actually have any option with Palantir. They just have to take damage. I'm gonna bottom Brainstorm. And we hit the Emrakul. Amazing. Amazing. Kind of like Prismatic Ending as an answer to Frog. Almost played over the Chain Lightning. Or maybe over Delayed Blast. Yeah. You didn't know that's how Palantir and Narset work together? Yeah, it's a very bummer thing to find out if you're the person with Narset. You're like, and I'll play the Narset, then I'll turn off the Palantir, and then you just start taking damage, and you're like, oh no. Oh no. Yeah, the opponent can't choose to give you a card, so they're like, well, I guess you're milling. They have to choose the legal option. But yeah, that's why I Chain Lightning face there instead of clearing the Frog. It's like, this will probably end the game. We hit Emrakul. The most game-endiest. Doop 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 boop 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 boop. I guess I'll just rumble. I really want to Brainstorm and try and hit Flash this turn. Looks like it would have waffled anyway. Could take the Ent as a shuffle for Brainstorm. Next turn we can just cast the damn Nexus though. Yeah, I'll just grab land. I guess next turn I could just cast the damn Etali. Oh, not anymore. Gen 3 Frog, sure. And I'm actually going to put Torsten in play off this. Because that opens up the option of Brainstorming into a Etali trigger next turn, assuming we get to untap with the Nexus there. We'll see. There's a lot of fucking lands, huh? So losing the Etali is a bummer, but the Etali trigger would have... I mean, it would have sucked on my end, huh? It wouldn't have been that good. I guess we would have hit the Bloodbraid Challenger into the Sentinel. Or no, because the Brainstorm... Yeah, the Brainstorm would have put 2 lands back to cascade through. Yeah. Yeah, because we had all the lands in the universe in our hand. Oh, why didn't they discard the Liliana and the True Name to the Frog? With the wheel in the stack, Could have been a little better. It looks like Channel Emrakul is not going to be in the cards this game. Looks like they're just trying to 2-shot me. The Ent can block flyers, but that's in my graveyard. Hot diggity. Specifically boarded in as an answer to Psychic Frog is the exciting thing there. Oh, so now they get a Torsten. That seems bad for me. Oh, but it's still a 3/3 Torsten. Amazing. All right, what'd they reveal? Strix, FOMO, Pyroglyph. Pyroglyph's pretty good here. I've got 5 card types just in my graveyard. Pyroglyph and Image are really good together too. And you copy it, then you get 2 triggers. Pretty excellent. Pretty easy to kill people. Mountain cycling. Huh. They already have a shitload of lands. That's 17. We have 5 mana available here. So I want a Bloodbraid Challenger into Oddity, and then Nexus spits out Bombardiers. Or do I want a Nexus spit out Dracosaur? Challenger, no, because the Torsten's the best sack. The best Torsten's the best sack. Okay, okay. So we do this. We put like Channel on top, and then Oddity. A lot of haste out of nowhere, huh? A little bit of haste out of nowhere. Okie dokie. Looking pretty dead, opponent. Looking pretty not alive over there. Hey, Zal81, thanks 89 months. Cheers indeed. Hot diggity. That deck was fun. That deck was a blast and a half. Had a real good time with that one. When you're doing that, like, cheat Etali out as fast as possible thing, with, like, brainstorms to, like, set it up, and, like, other cascades and whatnot, there was some cool stuff going on, for sure. We had some real sick draws, some real nasty draws. Brilliant Black Lotus deck, too, huh? We were just, like, always gonna be able to use the mana. I'm gonna take a quick break here. I'm gonna go grab myself some rum, and I'll be back in a few minutes. And then we'll fire up the name.